Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation. I've got Rue with me, front and center here tonight. He has been amazing with our baby Hannah, though this has definitely been a interesting month. Would that be a good description? Rue gets very concerned when baby Hannah cries, and so he will start crowing when she cries to let us know that she's crying, which can make it a little interesting. But I want to share with you, we are going to take a deep dive tonight into a real secret of being able to hear from the universe, and it's called deep listening. And so we're going to talk tonight about deep listening. But I know that a lot of people in the chat have been asking how baby Hannah is. And so I wanted to update you on how baby Hannah is. And first off, I haven't hit the record button here, Rue. So should I hit the record button? What do you think? So bear with me, everybody. Let's see if I can. There we go. All right. So briefest update. We are baby Hannah is 5 weeks, 3 days old. Wow. How does it get any better than this? Just 4 or 5 days ago, she passed, she was born preemie, just 4 or 5 and heart surgery right after birth. Just 4 or 5 days ago, she passed the 7-pound mark. She is either 7 pounds, 7.5 ounces tonight, or 7 pounds, 8 ounces, which means 7.5 pounds, which is pretty amazing. She is, with my balancing, she stands. She can stand on one leg, basically her version of tree pose. It's kind of wild. And today and yesterday, we started doing a little dancing together, which is really cool. She is a very strong girl, which means she lost her twin sister in utero. She has this will to survive that is just incredible, which means, among other things, first off, she's fearless. Secondly, and she is centered like the Buddha. It is amazing. But she also has this incredible appetite. And so each evening, starting 6, 7 o'clock tonight, it started a little bit early, she has a 4-hour feeding marathon. She'll rest in the middle a little bit, where I do some tummy time, work with practicing her crawling, work with her standing, and then she goes right back into eating. And so she is upstairs with Mama Bear right now. And they are, it sounds quiet at the moment, in the middle of their feeding. So with that said, let's talk, and I'm open to questions a little bit later tonight. Let's talk about deep listening. And I want to bring it home to where we're at right now. And I realized I don't have the right document open. I had to restart the computer because it wasn't recognizing the camera. So bear with me. Click recents. Here we go. There we are right there. All right. So the first thing I wanted to share with you, Ruth, who do you want up on the perch? Here we go. Here we go. Safe. All right. The first thing that I wanted to share with you is we're in a very interesting place in life right now. And it's actually really, really cool if we can get past the fear factor. But there is no fear. There is and there isn't. Where are we? Okay. We've had a preemie baby. We have to stay local because, Rue, you just threw food. Because we don't know if she could need another heart procedure. We don't believe so, but we only find out at the end of June. And so they don't want us, and our lease expires here at the end of June. We rented here to be near one hospital. Then we rented a second place to be near another. Because the lease ends at the end of June, we get to move. Now, the question is, A, where do we want to go? And we can tell you where we thought we wanted to go. We're mountain people. We're Coloradoans at heart, even though Jessica grew up in New Jersey. I grew up in New England. But Jessica gets very sick with smoke. And so we had left after the second fire chased us down toward our house in Colorado a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago now. And we want to get back to the mountains. But right now we've had to stay put for baby Hannah. What does this have to do with deep listening? Well, We're living on a lake right now. You can probably see it out there behind me, largest lake in New Jersey. And there don't appear to be any homes available here through the end of the summer, which means we get to move somewhere else. We've expanded the search out beyond that, and the somewhere else, there doesn't appear to be any places around available that have nature or have water or have the things that we would like, because we want to be very grounded with nature. And all of this is steering, whatever is going on in your life right now. When you hit a brick wall, what appears to be a brick wall, it's an illusion, but what appears to be a brick wall, there's always steering and guidance behind it. And so we're watching as, like, there was a place we checked out earlier today, and it's cute, it was quaint, really too small, I thought, but Jessica loved the enchanted forest that was around it. And then we got the Roo's fine, cat's not okay. All right. We've had other places tell us cat's okay, Roo not fine. Okay. We found another place online today, not cats. You can start to feel like you're banging your head up against the wall as you keep hitting these no points. Unless they're not no points at all, but steering points and recognition that more is going on than meets the eye. So for us, we get to move in 2.5 weeks. We have put our kind of requisition out to the universe. We've said, this is what we would like. Spacious, so that we can record, so that we can breathe, so that Roo has a little bit of room, preferably on water, nature all around. Maybe we have to let go of the water, hopefully not have to let go of the nature. Prefer to be, close to this area for family at the moment, and because we don't know what's going on, northern New Jersey area. So we put that out there to the universe. But then what we get to do is watch for signs and not try to force things. I know this is something I brought up last week as well. It is so important. So for instance, there's a home on Lake Mohawk. Oh, we'd love to be in Lake Mohawk, just a little bit north of here in New Jersey. And there's a home there, and I spoke with a realtor, and she said, well, I'd be concerned, or the owner would be concerned about having a rooster, but he's an indoor rooster, so close to other people's houses. Now, if you've met Roo, everybody loves him. He's like a little rock star, and he brings a smile to everyone. I could try and convince. What in the world are you doing back there tonight, my boy? What are you doing? I could try and convince the realtor or the person that we belong there. We're special, we're cool, we're friendly, we're fun. But that would be putting a square peg in a round hole. Now, tonight we're talking about hearing from the universe. When you put a square peg in a round hole, what you're doing is you're jamming the gears of the universe. Jamming the gears of the universe brings no good. It always leads to an ugly outcome. How many times have you found a way to get somewhere only to find you really didn't belong? Whether it was a job, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a home, whatever it was. When you force things, what you're doing is you're going closed. I'm not listening, universe. It is my way or the highway. Universe is like, okay, we'll give you the highway. And it tends to hurt. So we can't force things. And this is one of the most profound learnings or teachings that there is, because we are taught since we were kids, we must try hard, we must push, we must strive, we must drive. How much can we work hard for something? That is so, excuse me here, move a light a little bit. How much are we taught that the harder we work, the more we are rewarded for it? but it may not be the reward that you desire. So it's okay to want what you want. It's actually huge. It's so important. So I gave you my shopping list earlier: on the water, nature all around, place with spaciousness where we can breathe, where it looks beautiful for us to record. How does it get any better than this? Where there's community, ohana, love, family. This is all important. You put that out there to the universe, and then you stop. You stop and you listen. You want what you want, but you let go so you can listen, because there could be something even better waiting for you. So I have a course next week with Mike Dooley on automatic writing called the Automatic Writing Adventure. In it, we detail through automatic writing how you can get in touch with your angels and guides and start to work on that or something better. What in the world is or something better? It means that I'm saying to you what I believe I want, but maybe there's something even better in mind if I stopped trying to beat my head against the wall and push for what I want. We're going to be getting to it in a little bit. I want to talk with you about this concept of deep listening so that you're in greater communion with the universe, communion with your angels and guides, communion with whomever or whatever is on the other side, helping you to get something better than what you even wanted, something even grander. How does it get any better than this? It gets better than this by not trying to force or push an outcome. It's actually one of the interesting ones in relationships, which is because I put myself in 3 relationships years ago where it was probably good that I got out, and yet I hung in there, come thick or thin, even though the signs were written on the wall. Michael, you're not being well taken care of. Michael, you're having to treat yourself poorly to stay in this relationship. Michael, you're being hoovered. I will hang in there. I will slay the dragons. No, let go and let the universe bring you something even better. So when I mentioned the or something better, today, like I said, we saw a place, Kitty's not allowed. We didn't know that at the time. And she was very excited to have Rue, which was very cool. But what we found there was this little nook of nature, this little nook of New Jersey. It was more like Northern California in northern New Jersey. We didn't even know existed. It was this cute, special, sacred, enchanted forest. So we now add that to the list. Hey, universe, on top of that water, on top of that nature, how about a cute little enchanted forest? How does it get any better than this? The more that you open yourself up to possibilities, the more the universe has a chance to chase you down. So in this case, I didn't feel it was going to work out, but I said, let's go anyway and see what comes of it. This is a very big key. And this was originally what the show was going to be about tonight, which is there is an ebb and flow of the tides, but there's also this ebb and flow of the energy of the universe. One of the easiest ways that we see this is with projects or books or writing. If you hop onto your project or your writing of your book when the energy is there, everything flows and magically feels so much easier. If, on the other hand, you wait to write until that wave has passed and then you try to write, it's gone. There's nothing there. It's the same with surfing. You wait in the trough until you feel the wave is going, then you paddle like heck, you catch the wave and you surf it in. If you wait until the wave has already gotten to you and then try to paddle, you've missed it. And so what this means is when you feel that energy come up, I need you to take action. I need you to go for things. Even if you're going, I'm not sure this is going to work out. If the energy is there, step forward. It's a cosmic breadcrumb. And in essence, that's exactly what we're doing. I hope you are too, is we are going from one breadcrumb to the next. So breadcrumbs are an interesting thing. They're small, they're crummy, they're hard to see unless you pay attention. You cannot see the breadcrumbs in life if you're going a million miles an hour. The breadcrumbs don't appear. Instead, you have to be like a tortoise with your nose down and look. Be like a tortoise. Make space so you can see the cosmic breadcrumbs. You can see the path laid out before you. 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks before we get to move, we could be going, and believe me, there are a few moments where I go, oh my gosh, I have total and complete faith. Total and complete faith. We have seen too many miracles come about. Heck, we had a miracle with baby Hannah's milk supply earlier today that I won't go into. Oh my God. Thank you. How does it get any better than this? By not forcing it. You make this space. You look for the path before you, and you take a few hops down the path, or at least one step. That's where we're at. 2.5 weeks out. We're not trying to force things. Is it scary? Yes. Exhilarating? At its better moments? Yes. Although it's kind of both of those things mixed together. But it requires slowing down and staying open and listening. And that's what tonight is about. And we're going to dive really deeply into that in just a couple minutes. It is about a level of staying open beyond the fear-based mind. That is what's so hard to do. So what do? We call on our angels, we call on our guides. I go to automatic writing. Join us for our Mike Dooley class next week, Automatic Writing Adventure. And I or Ann will put the link down there. Of course, we go to our angels and guides. We go to our automatic writing. I go to my muscle testing. Is this the right place? Is this the right place? Are we supposed to be here? Are we supposed to be there? Use whatever tools you have. But here it is. It goes far beyond that. It requires deep listening. So what in the world? I'm seeing if Rue is sleeping. No, he's just quiet. What in the world is deep listening? It's imagining that your entire body, not just your ears or your ear, your entire body is a tuning rod, capable of hearing any signals from the universe. This here, and okay, I've got twin titanium femurs, twin titanium hips. That makes me a dowsing rod. But all of our bodies are tuning rods. That's what you and I are. In fact, there are all of these folds in the brain that kind of are folds in this giant cosmic antenna listening to the universe. The same folds are in our gut, mind-gut connection. These folds helping us listen to the universe. We have heart coherence. This isn't just a transceiver or transmitter, but a receiver as well. That's what we are. You and I are receivers of the universe. This is the secret that I'm talking to you about. When we talk about signs, symbols, and synchronicities, the greatest sign is being able to hear the universe through your body. That's what we get to do. Listen to the universe with our entire bodies without judgment. What does that mean? Judgment messes everything up. Because judgment isn't even that. Judgment is prejudgment. If you've seen the movie Pretty Woman, And you can remember Julia Roberts, she's given a credit card. She's got an unlimited budget to go shop on Rodeo Drive to buy all the nice clothing she wants. And she goes into a store. People judge her by the way she's dressed and kick her out. She comes back later, probably having spent like 10,000 literal dollars on clothing, and walks into the store and said, "You judged me. Mistake. Big mistake." What happens when we judge is we close the door to the universe. We don't allow opportunity in. We don't allow the universe to give us the or something better. So what does that mean? It means there's a place that might not work out, but I've seen the signs. I've seen the synchronicities. Heck, in this case, the realtor's name was Mrs. Peacock. I got off the phone with her. I went on my email. The next email came from Peacock TV. Okay, I'll see the place. We have to listen to the signs and symbols and get beyond the judgment of our thinking, fear-based mind. Our angels will do their best. Our guides will do their best to get through to us any way they can. But we have to give them the space. We have to get out of our mind. We have to go deep. That's what tonight's talk is about. It's about going deeper than this, diving way inside into something called deep listening. What is deep listening? Deep listening is a felt experience that begins with your heart. What does that mean? How does something light you up? How does it make you feel? But it's not just your heart. It's your gut. It's your back. It's your feet, your shoulders, your neck, your head, your temples, your entire body. Deep listening is using your entire body as a tuning or dowsing rod for whatever you desire. In essence, you can go, body, what are you hearing and what are you trying to tell me? And this is what we're doing right now for our either next place to stay. We'll buy a home soon, but we get to see where universe is guiding us. And universe had put us on the road so we could be by the right hospital at just the right time. Thank you, universe, to save baby Hannah's life. How does it get any better than this? And we were so lucky. Body, what are you hearing? What's the message you're trying to tell me? In essence, we're practicing turning our bodies into a giant tuning fork and feeling the vibration it's picking up. Here's something cool, kind of tangential, but cool. We've lived in Taos, New Mexico, very high energy place. We've lived on Maui on the side of a volcano, very high energy place. We spent several weeks in the RV last year in Sedona, another high energy place. All of these places have this buzz to them. It's Schumann's resonance. It's the vibration of the earth. But in each of these places, you can hear them quite loudly. This it's the best way I can describe it. I got up this morning and I'm practicing deep listening, listening with my body, listening with my soul, listening with all that I've got to where we're being steered. Go Roo. And I heard the that it's almost like a deep, low didgeridoo. I could hear planet Earth singing. When you can get to that state of listening, you're ready. You can start it tonight, listening in the silence, listening in your room. Shut off everything if you have to. It's crazy. It's a cool experiment, though. Unplug your fridge. You'd be amazed. When there's a power outage and everything goes silent and you feel peace, if not panic, peace for a minute, that's your fridge shutting off. So if you're really trying to listen to the universe, just from an experiment point of view, the universe can speak to you fine with your fridge going, unplug the fridge. See what things sound like. See how they feel. So start listening to the silence of the universe. And then start effortless efforting. That's Wu Wei. I mentioned that in class for our Mystic Circle earlier this week. Excuse me. I believe the rooster has just jumped onto the couch. Roo, what are we doing up there? Hold on one moment, please. Oh, Roo, baby. I know. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. I know, good boy. The couch is now the baby zone. Before he could jump up on it, but now that's reserved for baby. All right. Effortless efforting. So what does that mean for us? Well, it means we can go into Zillow and look to our heart's content. We can go into Airbnb and look to our heart's content. I can go into the Zillow of my mind. You'd be amazed at how much you can literally tune into what's online, all Craigslist and stuff, literally in your mind's eye. And that's something we teach in the School of Mystics. But if I do it from a place of openness and a place of how does this feel, magic tends to occur. Pure, true magic. If I do it from a place of, I've got to find something. Maybe you want to try that. No, don't even do it. I've got to show my teeth. I got to find something. These shut. These closed. These. How am I going to have something land in the palms of my hands from the universe if I've completely clamped shut? It's not possible. Instead, what I have to do is go onto Zillow and do some deep listening. How would it feel to stay in this house? How would it feel to stay in this other place? This one's really small. How does that make me feel? This one's far from family. How does that make me feel? This one has some nature by it. How does that feel? This one has a dock and a swimming pool. And how does that make you feel? This one is just surrounded by nature. This one has mountains. This one, yay, Michael, you can safely ride your bike, relatively safely. I understand it's a different world. Or has trails, or a place where you can romp and play with baby Hannah. In other words, I'm no longer asking the thinking mind the question, but I'm asking the body sense. What is the vibration behind it? How does it make me feel? Rue, what can I do tonight for you? I know that some people have made comments of, I'm paying too much attention to the rooster. He's my boy. Good jump, good boy. To me, he really is the star. All right. You start asking yourself hypothetical questions. See how it feels. So whatever is the topic du jour, whatever is the topic in mind. Now you're going, Michael, but what does this have to do with like angels and guides? Well, everything. Where do you think the messages are coming from? How does it feel, Michael, to be in the Catskills? Cool. How does it feel to be in the Poconos? Well, a little bit less cool. How does it feel to be in New York City? Yee. Didn't you live there? Well, I worked there before, but yee. What I'm doing is I'm asking questions of the universe through my body, through my feeling state. So ask questions of the universe and see how it feels. Now, this is something I mentioned on a class, I think earlier this week. I believe it was earlier this week, to Mary Fryer, who I'm pretty sure is here tonight. Hi, Mary. So much love. And it was the question of having to do with muscle testing, but the same can be done with deep listening, which is one way that we can wake up our deep listening is to go grocery shopping. Go to the grocery, find a product that you need. I like to use the example of beans or chili. Let's say that you need some canned chili for whatever reason, but you need some canned chili, good vegan canned chili. Hopefully, not too high in sodium. But anyway, keto, low sodium, vegan canned chili without BPA. You get the idea. You take these 2 cans of chili, pull them off of the shelf, put one to your body. You can put it to your heart, you can put it to your gut. Close your eyes, feel into it. Does it feel, or does you feel like you got kicked in the gut? Now take the other one and do the same thing. Better yet, have somebody else do this with you so you don't know which can is which. This is starting to cultivate deep listening within you. When you ask, for instance, do I belong in the Catskills? I can feel this up, up, up. I'm a mountains guy. Actually, I'm a water mountains guy. I love my water by swimming, paddling, skating. I love climbing, running the works. How does it make me feel? Oh my God, my body feels so light. Well, what about where you lived in Jersey in the fall and got hit by an SUV? How does that feel? Well, the body's going, ah, but it also feels pretty down. And if I say, well, you can live there, there's a good place for you to live right now, and until you're cleared by the doctors to head to New England, but you have to ride your bicycle inside. Hmm. And there are no places to hike. Hmm. And I start feeling down, 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 maybe even depressed. I want you to understand something. I am a woohoo guy. My natural tendency is woohoo. But and I met a woman today. She probably was 100, lived a few blocks away. She out woohooed me. She was sitting on her front door, not step, stomp. There's a word for it. We're getting it. Yeah, stoop. There we go. She's sitting out on her stoop, and as people go by, she's going woohoo, and it was really really cool. And so she out woohooed me. There is a body sense inside of you that we're going to depression specifically. I'm known as a woohoo guy. I definitely have a higher energy level. I know how to stay at that higher energy level. However, I can recognize from deep listening. That's what I really want you to start practicing after tonight. I can recognize lower energy vibrations infecting and affecting my life. So when we were looking for places, it looked like the thinking mind is going, you're going to really have to compromise what you want. You're going to really have to, settle down, buckle down, get serious, whatever it is. And I watched the energy go, and I go, wow, I feel depressed. Doesn't mean I am depressed. It's not even situational depressing. What I am, I don't have the words in the English language to do a good job with describing this. And it would be helpful if we'd probably all have a higher EQ, emotional intelligence, if we had better words to describe emotions in the English language or in almost any language. Probably indigenous do better than us, and certainly Eastern languages may do better than in the West. But it was an energy of depression. Energy is neither good nor bad. It's information. It's packets of information coming to us. So I listened to it. Wow, that's a depressed energy. That's not what I want. You may experience the same thing, a feeling of depression. Ask, where does this come from? Why is my body registering depression? Understand your body always works. Your body always is listening. Your body is always giving you information based on what it hears. Depressed, there's a reason for it. Anxious, there's a reason for it. Exhausted, notwithstanding the day-to-day grind, or the baby who is now sleeping 3-hour bits at night, which is monumentally huge. So sooner or later, I will come out of this sleep-deprived zombie state. Even pain or knots in your belly, knots in your stomach, even lumps. All of this is speaking to you. It's all energy. So, going back to us, do you want to be in a place where you can't ride your bike, where your life is on hold? The body starts screaming on me. Do you want to go be in the mountains? Hopeful, excited. Let's do this. I want you to look for this too. By the water. Woohoo! We've all heard the answer is all inside of us. And that is the secret. The answer is all inside of us. But the answer is not the answer. The answer is not, if I go deep inside of me, I will hear that it is 1312, I don't know, Quail Run in Hoopsville, New York is where I'm supposed to live. Maybe if I'm really good. No, not likely though. Instead, I will get that feeling state or the reverse. And that's just as much a gift. Our job is not to have all the answers. Our job is to heed the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities of the universe. And there is no greater sign than what's being told to you from your body. There is no greater sign than what's being told to you by your body. Now, certainly, do automatic writing. That has been my lifesaver right now. And again, of course, Mike Dooley and I, next Wednesday, what's it start? The 21st, solstice. It's going to be really cool. I'll put a link down for you to join us. And it is by far the most cost-effective way to learn automatic writing as well. But we get to listen to the greatest sign there is. And it's what your body is screaming at you. Even for every single person here tonight, and I know there are going to be a lot of people who write in on the chat and say, I don't know, I don't have any idea, or in my vernacular, I don't have a clue. But if you go into deep listening, the answer is apparent. That's interesting. Apparent. The answer is in there. It will tell you. The trick is the body knows the answer. We may not be willing to accept the answer. That's where the highest level game is played. Thank you so much, Patricia Pantano, for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, Patricia. We may not be ready to play the higher level game. For Jessica and myself, we've spent too long trying to be the square peg in the round hole, trying to play twang, thinking man or woman's game. Now we know better. We know that we have to listen. We have to bring it to our deep listening. Left or right, up or down. What is the feeling state? The answer is always in there. Now, another key point. This is a really, really fun one. I hope you're having fun here tonight. I'm sure this is kind of food for thought because it's not easy. Deep listening isn't for the faint of heart. Why? You're going to hear things. You're not going to like all of them. That's okay. This earth school, this schoolroom earth, is not about liking and loving everything. It's about riding the vehicle till the wheels come off, enjoying every bit of the experience, up, down, sideways, forwards, all of it combined at once. The tumbles, the wrecks, the beauties, the joys, the births, the transitions. Not making light out of any of it, but this is the journey of schoolroom earth. And your body is speaking to you. But here's the really cool one. I want you to start asking unreasonable questions. Ask unreasonable questions. What in the world is an unreasonable question? Well, the guides and angels will say, these are our favorites or some of our favorites, and they're often the best. Asking unreasonable questions or almost insane questions to see what lights you up and what brings you down. It's kind of hypothetical questions of the universe. But the thing is, we live on a holodeck. We live in a world of illusion. None of this is real. Quantum science backs it up. None of this is real. It's all just a world of energetic possibility. Yes, you will not still be in the world of energetic possibility if you fall off of a roof or if you stand in front of a truck. Very true. However, one of the cool things that they've learned in sports psychology, they learned this. I remember Brian Wade. I read a book on this. I believe it's Brian Wade. And he did research with Olympians back in the 80s. I'm going to really date myself here. Back when I was training at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, way back when. Okay, late 80s. And I can also hear from The Secret, Bob Proctor saying, if you can go there in the mind, you can go there in the body. Brian Wade learned that if you can train there in the mind, the body comes along for the ride. You could lift weights and get stronger without even, or lift weights in your mind to get stronger without even lifting an actual weight. So if we hypothetically put ourselves in different places, situations, experiences, relationships, anything, the body will respond as if we're already there. How cool is that? The body will respond as if we're already there. Woohoo! So, all right, Michael, how would you like to live in a busy city? How would you like to live in Lake Placid? How about if you just bounce around from place to place, month to month? No. I'm vocalizing, but you get the idea. What you're doing is truffle hunting with deep listening, truffle hunting with deep wisdom. You're looking for the nuggets. You're looking for the gold. You're looking for those markers that are inside of you. Going today to this house with this enchanted forest was a marker. Our bodies loved it. Now, I'm a mountains guy. Hills are alive. And that's like open, spacious. Love it. This was enclosed forest, but like the land of elves and gnomes. And it felt cool as well. Thank you, Leffy or Leafy Petrol, for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, Leffy. So you put out hypothetical, crazy, unreasonable questions to the universe. And you take note of the unreasonable responses, because it's these unreasonable responses that create possibilities. So they give you a greater range of possibilities. Well, okay, what if we lived in France? How did that feel? What about if we moved from New Jersey to Bali? How would that feel? What if we had a pyramid in our backyard? How would that feel? These seem on the surface to be very silly, disjointed, unconnected questions. But actually, they're the reverse. It is the unreasonable questions that come from the imaginative mind, that come from the connection between you and spirit. The unreasonable connections that come from the unconscious mind, from the inside, that have to do with your connection to you and spirit. Imagination equals connection equals spirit. So what I'm saying is, the more that you play with unreasonable questions, the more you're connected to spirit, the more your energy goes up and up and up, the more possibilities are out there. And the more these possibilities can chase you down. And they chase you down because they challenge you to get out of your thinking mind. The thinking mind is awesome and dangerous. It's a dangerous weapon. All right, I've got a fridge. All of us do. It's loaded. It's stocked. Why? Well, we've got baby. It's full. If I go to the fridge, and I know you've experienced this, and I say, there's no formula in there, by gosh golly, I won't find the formula. The thinking mind will literally erase the formula. Literally. I've done studies. There's a study that you can find on YouTube, probably called the gorilla experiment. The experimenters won the Nobel Prize for this, about selective memory, or in this case, not selective memory, selective sight. Just like you can go into the fridge and not see the formula right in front of you. They had people passing a ball back and forth, counting the number of passes with this ball, while a person dressed in a gorilla suit comes in front of them, goes, "Oh," and then walks off outside of their vision. And afterwards, after this game is done, people were asked, "How many of you saw a gorilla?" I don't think any of them saw the gorilla. Their selective attention was focused on the ball. The thinking mind overrode the pixels that were coming in. So I go to the fridge, and if the thinking mind thinks there's no formula, there's no formula. If the thinking mind thinks there is formula, I know there's formula. I may need to put a chair in front of the fridge. I've done this a couple of times in the last few days, and sit and stare into the fridge and go, I know the formula will appear. And then the formula does. I have to get past the thinking mind, because the thinking mind will always take possibilities away from me. Deep listening is never about the thinking mind. It's about going supra, beyond, above. That's why we have the School of Mystics. We're teaching you, we're training you in the School of Mystics how to go supra, above and beyond the thinking mind. Brenda, thank you so much for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? If I was to rely on the thinking mind right now, I can tell you exactly what it's saying. 2.5 weeks to move. It's going, oh my God, I give up. Not I give up as in I give in as I surrender, as in I want to go hide under a table right now. Michael, you've blown it. You didn't find us a place to live. You're not safe. Well, thank you, ego. That's all of our egos. Our ego wants to keep us safe by keeping us under the table or under the dirt. However, if I trust the process and deep listening, what'll happen is I'll get to one roadblock, it'll turn me one way, another wall, it'll turn me another wall, it'll turn me another, and I get excited because I'm listening. I'm going, how does it get any better? Ooh, how does it get any better than this? Ooh, how does it get any better than this? And I know in just a few weeks, I'll be telling you either we've got a place for a month, a place for the summer, a place all the way through December when we want to move to New England that is even better than I ever could have imagined. And I know it's coming about. I know it is by not using this guy, instead going to a deep listening place. Yes, not from the thinking mind. And Salma Ali, thank you so much for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much. How does it get any better than this? And Mary, I knew you were here, Mary. I knew you were here, Mary. 4999. How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, Mary. Lots and lots of love. The last piece for tonight. I can hear the angels go, no, we've got one more. The last piece for tonight is there is a giving up, but it's really a giving in. The surrender that I'm talking about is surrendering into a listening that thy will or thine will be done. How do we hear thine will? How do we hear the will that's beyond ourselves? By letting go of what we think we need, by letting go of what we think we want. Now, key point. I've got some childhood wounds. We all do. I've done a lot of clearing work on them. We probably all have. I've done a tremendous amount of clearing work on it. And yet it may go down to past life. It does. After past life, it does. After past life, it does. There is a fear of me. It's crazy. There's a fear of being homeless. There's a fear of blowing everything, of ruining everything, and being homeless out on the street. I make fun of it, but it's real. It's in there. That fear is still so strong, going back from past life after past life, something that took place, that I could bring about something really bad out of a panic situation based on that wound. Instead, I get to do even more clearing work on it. I get to recognize the wound, love up the wound. It's okay, wound. And get the heck out of my thinking mind to go beyond the wound. And I do that, and you go beyond your wound by going back to deep listening. How does this make me feel? What lights me up? And if you feel something inside of you that wants to punish you, you don't deserve that. Ooh, I wanted to bear down. You don't deserve that. Take a deep breath, put those feet on the floor. In fact, go lay on the ground if you can and say, oh, yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do deserve this. Because deep listening isn't just going to give you external steering, where Michael and Jessica and baby Hannah and Rue and the kitties get to go. It will give you internal steering of what can you or do you get to work on, and how does it get any better than this? The better you get at deep listening, the more that you can ask about anything. And I want you to play with everything you've got. Deep listening is an acquired skill in latency, meaning it's been there since birth. But at some point, we were told to stop listening. Parents who know best, teachers who know best, who said, whatever you're thinking, it's wrong. We have the answers. I want you to start cultivating it. Parents don't know best. Teachers don't know best. Experts don't know best. Doctors don't know best. Next time you go to a doctor, realize doctor doesn't know best. I was broken, shattered, 12 years old, 5, 6 operations, blah, 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 blah. You'll never, or not never run again. You won't run again, or you won't, how did they say it? You've got arthritis. They showed it to me on x-ray, and you'll struggle to walk at the time, by the time you're 18. I became a pro athlete. First NDE, you're going to lose your leg or lose your life, and you'll never run again. I wrote the bestseller, Barefoot Running. All of these things, doctors don't know best. Only your body knows best. There's an innate wisdom deep inside your body. We get to practice with that wisdom and see where it gets you. The more you listen, the more you practice, the better you get at it, and the more divine wisdom gets to chase you down. Last thought, then let's open it up to some questions, get to a meditation, and we're going to say Olay and call it a little bit early tonight because I want to get to baby. Jessica asked me tonight, have you ever loved anything more than baby Hannah? And that was a toughie. So I hedged my bets. First, I said yes. And then I drew back to, I love you just as much, Pookie. It's just different. There's a protective element for baby Hannah. I want to not protect her from the world, but I realize that every word, every bit of energy that I give her, everything that I show her, everything that I do has such a powerful effect on her that I want to do everything I can to help steer her the best way that I can. The trick is she's on her own life journey, and she chose me as much as I chose her. So I can cut myself a break. But there's a very, very deep love to that. All right. Last note that I want to mention is I was talking earlier about waves of energy from the universe. When it comes to deep listening, you will start to get a sense when it's time to stay, when it's time to go, when it's time to move forward slowly, when it's time to leap. I want you to heed this. The more you can feel into when to make a move and when to rest, you are truly in a state of divine, deep listening. When we were in Colorado 2 years ago, oh, I miss Colorado so much. On the other hand, I love the water here. And between you and me, I have a cousin who's a national champion in cycling and swimming. I love training with him. We went out for not quite a couple miles swim yesterday. And we were swimming since it was 32-degree water this winter. I love that. And I love being close to him. But with that said, we're in Colorado a couple years ago, doing my automatic writing each day and doing my listening. And it was just before COVID, a few months before COVID. And I heard, it's time to rest, Michael. I'm getting that in automatic writing. Again, you can do automatic writing with me and Mike Dooley next week, the automatic writing adventure. How does it get any better than this? So I hear it's time to rest. Then a few months later, it was, let's store our energy now. And then a few months later, you could feel it, you could sense it. It's time to get ready to move. Then wildfire came. We had a wildfire the first year we lived at this dream home in Colorado. It came within a mile of the house. This one crept up to within 4 miles of the house. And then we heard, go, go, go. It's time to get the hell out. I want you to practice and cultivate that level of deep wisdom, deep listening. The greatest sign from the universe is the sign that comes from the sense of your body. It's a felt sense. That's the sign that we're looking for the most. And when it says jump, you listen. So that's all I've got from here. I'm going to take a sip of water. I want to answer your questions. Rue is preening right now. I had a really cool experience with him earlier today. He gets this feedback loop going with baby Hannah. She doesn't cry. She is so centered. She'll cry for food, cry for a diaper change. She doesn't have any other words to use yet. But she's very centered and does not cry when he crows, does not cry when a car honks or anything of that sort. But Rue gets all concerned. Between you and me, he's convinced it's his girl. Doesn't know how it happened, but he's convinced it's his girl. And so he goes nuts if she starts to cry. I did something earlier today that really made a difference, and I had no idea. I moved his food dish from his eating station to right by my desk. Completely and totally calmed down. He felt like standing by me. He's like, I know you've got me. I know you've got my back. I know you hear what's going on. Rather than being halfway across the room going, you've got to take action. So it's just a cool win in the Sandler household today. All right, let me get some water in me. Let's open it up to questions here. All right. Mary's got question number 1. Yay. All right. Trinity, Mary. Trinity. What does that mean? All right. Mary Fryer wrote, been practicing gratitude. Awesome. Surrender. Awesome. Loving oneself. Loving oneself. Leaning into energy of angels. Cool. Numbers are coming like crazy, i.e. car mileage reading 133333. How does it get any better than this? When you get repeating digits, particularly when the digits come up 5 times. 5, abundance, prosperity, alignment with the universe. 3 means you, spirit, and the 2 of you combined. That's what I call the Trinity. It's sort of like when you're married, there's you, there's your partner, and there's the 2 of you combined. That's how I see the number 3, is that Trinity between you and the universe. So some have called it Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I don't use that terminology. I use the terminology of it's the 3 of you as one. It's so cool. So what you're getting is not only that you are one with the universe, that you are one with exactly where you're supposed to be, but to me, it's the universe saying that you are doing the work, Mary. And the more that you do the work, the more that you are merging. 3, merge, 3, merge, 3, merge, 3, merge, 3, merge into this greater felt state of alignment. So cool, Mary. Keep up the amazing work. Just happy to see the numbers. Yes, and a last note on the numbers, Mary, is I never leave the numbers as the numbers. And I now, it's crazy how much I get repeating digits. It's really, really cool. Hi, love bug. I got a little kitty crying in the background saying, chase me, love me, chase me. When you get the digits, when those repeating digits come up, stop and give thanks. Put out a request to the universe each and every time. In other words, one of the things that people rarely tell you is, to me, hi again, love bug. Repeating digits are stop, drop, and pray. Stop what you're doing, drop what you're doing, go into a prayer request, because it means the angels are going, hey, do we have your ear? We're here for you. We're here for you right now. 33333. We are here for you. 11111. We got your back. What can we help you with? So in my world, I've got today was 111, 222. I'm sure there was a 555. Who knows whatever other numbers there were in there. Each time, let's say that the clock, I look and it's 111. I won't do anything until 112 except go into prayer, go into gratitude, put out there to the universe what I want, put out to my angels and guides what I want as well. Because it's like a portal has opened when those numbers appear and they are listening to you. So keep up the amazing work, Mary. Jade. Great question, Jade. Wonder what it means when your whole body is in pain. Not complaining, just being serious. I just wonder. Talk to your body, Jade. Ask your body, why are you in pain? What can I do for you? What is the message? And you can do this just by talking to your body. You can do this again by going into automatic writing and writing to, in a sense, the spirit of your body and saying, Spirit of Jade, or Spirit of Jade's body, why are you in pain? What can you tell me about this? Now, Louise Hay was a genius at this and understanding that different parts of the body give that different pain for different reasons. But we can go beyond more of that general understanding to more of a literal understanding by asking the body specifically. You could literally, near-death experience number 2. I have, I don't know, 4 quarts, 5 quarts. I don't remember how many blood transfusions I had at this point. They wanted to do more. I said that's enough. They tried to get me exercising. I'm not picking on them. Physical therapists tried to get me exercising early in the hospital. My red blood cell value crashed through the floor, leaving me for a couple months barely moving on a couch because I didn't want any more blood transfusions. Now, I was so exhausted that just opening my eyes was crazy difficult. So I'm laying there on the couch. Body, why am I so exhausted, spinning, tired? Because you get to rest, because you get to let go of all that you're doing, because you're entering a cocoon, dear one. So, Jade, there's a reason you're in your pain cocoon right now. There's a transformation taking place. Pain is always about tearing away the old to make room for the new. Just look at the pain that's going on in our society, in our country, on our planet right now. That's pain. Eckhart Tolle calls it the pain body. The pain is there as we are letting go of the old recognition of who we were, of what was important, of what mattered, of what we held on to, of what we treasured, to allow room for something even greater. So, Jade, I want you to dive into the pain, not meaning feel the pain anymore, but dive into your body and ask, with everything you've got, what does this pain mean? And then if you're in your better moments, you can even say, and this isn't what you bring about, but you can say, thank you, body. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for speaking to me. Thank you for finding a voice for what I needed to hear. And you may find your body doesn't need to keep giving you that message of pain as much anymore. I will never say that will take it all away. And there's some amazing energetic healers and so many incredible modalities out there. But I don't know what your path is. On a conscious level, you don't know what your path is, but it is certainly here to guide and steer you and teach you, Jade. All right, Veronica. Oh, what a trick question, Veronica. And I know you don't mean it as a trick question. What is the difference between the waking state and the dream state? Oh, Veronica. In theory, I am in the waking state right now, meaning this world around me is real. And when I go to sleep, and if you see me closing my eyes, it's because I'm still not getting very much sleep at night. But the dream state is what happens on the other side of the veil. Once I've closed my eyes, once I've gone to sleep, it may actually be the reverse, that world is more real than this world, because this world only exists when we're awake. The other world exists after this lifetime, before this lifetime, and everywhere in between. In other words, and not as it appears in our dreams, but the fact is, we go to the other side of the veil in that sleeping state. How much? There's part of the challenge. And that's why we train you, Veronica, to become all the mystic that you're capable of being. Because the more you go down the role of being the mystic, and I know you're working on that, Veronica, the more that you go down that road, the more there's an opacity or translucency, an ability to see through this veil and to see beyond into the other realms. That's why if I'm given an elevator pitch, what do? I free people from the matrix. That's why you're here tonight. You're here tonight because you love my energy, but also to be free of the nuttiness. I'm freeing you from the matrix. Rue is pounding on a cap of some sort for emphasis right now. I free you from the matrix. What's the matrix? It's thinking the waking world is all there is. The waking world is nuts. You know, you've got industrial complexes, you've got military, blah, blah, blah. You've got good people fighting bad people, this color people against that color people. Soon it'll be, humans versus aliens. Put that in quotes because it's a derogatory term too. But you get what I'm saying. It's all nuts because it's all story. It's all here to teach us. This is just a school. It's not the whole thing. The dream state, that's the whole enchilada. Yes, we could spend more time in the dream state, literally. Yes, we could spend more time in ceremony or in a journeying or trance state, or automatic writing will take you there. But what we want to train ourselves to understand is the waking world isn't all there is. So, bringing it back for full circle, why aren't I in a state of complete and total panic? And that doesn't mean I'm not looking. It's a two-step dance. If I don't look and I go, okay, universe, you just bring it to me. Universe is going to go, you get to work at school. You get to work. Why aren't we panicked? Because we get it. It's all here to serve us. It's all here to guide us. And we understand it's both not real and it's real. I want to do everything I can to take care of baby Hana while I'm here, because she is a spirit having a human existence as well. And I want to help her at the beginning of her journey. She's going to far go beyond whatever I've done. Far, 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 in whatever way she wants. I want to give her the best start to that journey that I can. And I hope to teach her. I can already hear either her sister Miraku or her. No, it's Miraku, her twin sister from the other side, going, she already gets it, that she is in a waking dream state. I mean, this is the dream world. It's the world that's not real. And the dream world is the waking world. That's the world that's truly real. You take the lessons back from this dream state to your greater waking state. Take a few more questions. We'll go into meditation. Elizabeth Harper. I developed a sudden fear of heights, including stairs. Can this be a trapped emotion coming up? I can't trace it to anything. So, Elizabeth, it clearly is a trapped emotion or energy. The question is it coming from this lifetime or a past lifetime? So, and my guess is the way that this is triggered and coming up right now, you have sort of like hit a fat soluble cell that triggered something being burned inside of you that hit a genetic pattern that comes from a past life. That's a weird way of putting, you hit the energy of a past life. That is my guess. Maybe something is sometime that you fell downstairs or died from falling downstairs. You can go to things like emotion code and clear this. You can go to EFT and tapping and clear this. Those are usually my two go-to tools. Dr. Bradley Nelson, EFT, emotion code. That's my favorite starting place for this. And certainly, if you join our School of Mystics, or maybe you already are in the School of Mystics, and forgive me, so many names lately, but you probably are, and I send you so much love, Elizabeth. But you can bring that to one of our past clearings that we had and get that cleared there as well. It's easy to do it, and it'll help you with that. It's cool. I was thinking about it yesterday, Elizabeth. I was swimming, swimming yesterday. Actually, it was Saturday. I was swimming alone, and it's kind of deep, murky water near here. And I used to be terrified of what's beneath me. What could happen? Is there like going to be this Loch Ness monster that's going to come up and pull me down? And it's gone. And I was thinking about how I used to be terrified of heights, and that completely disappeared as well. I think that was in part doing clearing work, but a bigger part of that is seeing more the opacity, the translucency. Sort of like if you took me on an amusement park ride and my head can handle it, because I've boo-booed my head a time or two too many. Um, or I did a ropes course last summer. It's a ropes course. I'm attached to a rope. Nothing's going to happen. It's a rope course. I'm attached to a rope. If the rope doesn't hold, ain't nothing going to happen. I can see the translucency or the opacity to everything, and it changes and dissolves a lot of that fear. That's exactly where we're at right now, Elizabeth, as well. Sending so much love. I want you to play with this. I want you to dive into this, and I want you to report back to me. How do you start? Ask your body tonight. Ask, is this a past life thing? Where do you think it came from? All right, Amy and Luke, I believe this will be the last question of the evening. All right. Ooh, cool. Goody. Amy and Luke Nash, how do we tune out all of the violence in politics without being off the grid? I've been out of touch with everyone and everything since April and feel my empath abilities are so out of tune. Send love. So, okay, we don't have to go regularly watch the news. And here's Michael's version of the news, because I do a lot of teaching and do a lot of talking. And so I will dive in and dive out on occasion. What does that mean? Chances are I'm not going to read the stories. And I'm not saying this is your way to do it, but I may scroll through, get a big picture view of what's going on with the world, and I'll let anything else that's important chase me down. And it always will. You can even go to the weather channel or wherever you ingest your weather information, and the top stories will chase you down. Guaranteed. But the stories are designed to keep you in fear. The stories are designed to keep you in fear. What if we flip on their head? What if we send love to everything that we've read? What if we send, okay, so you have a shooting. Please forgive me. And I know there'll be another shooting, and then shortly, and then there'll be another shooting, and then there'll be another shooting. What if we use it as an opportunity to raise to a higher octave of love, and raise to a higher octave of love, and raise to a higher octave of love? That's what's going to stop the shooting anyway. It's probably not going to be, I'm not into the politics, but probably not going to be anything going on that's going to, stop whatever's already out there. Because it's here to help us ascend, not the killing. But each story is here to help us ascend. Each suffering individual, and that suffering is real, is to help us ascend. Now, as an empath, send them love, but don't open yourself up so that you're hoovered. Big difference. If I'm on YouTube and I get a video that comes up and says, this was my daughter, this was my daughter and she had cancer, this was my son and he just got shot and killed, I send love and I get the heck out of that video, or skip ad as quickly as I can, because I don't want that bringing me down, because no one ever has been helped by having their light dimmed or having their frequency taken down through the floor. So energetically, send love. Last note, politics. You don't have to do the dance. You'll notice I don't talk politics. Why? Michael, don't you have opinions? I have one opinion. My political party is love. I'm going to bring love to everyone, everywhere. Yeah, Michael, but that's not real. Oh, you better believe it is. That's the most important thing me personally can do in the world, is love up everyone, is help heal everyone's wounds, is help everyone vibrate at a higher level. And that changes things. Yeah, but don't you feel strongly about things? Well, yeah. I have a pet chicken. Think I'm going to go eat meat? No. Well, why don't you tell everybody about it? Because I love you. And your opinion is your opinion. And I love you no matter what. I love you no matter what. I love you no matter what. That is where we get onto the same page. Now, if I'm loving up the other person on the other party, on the other this, on the other that, now we have a place that we can talk and be people. That's going to make a far greater difference. Now, with that said, if you feel pulled to one place, you take action. But what I'm saying is you don't have to tune things out, but you can. Like, I won't stay in the room if all stuff is going down. But bring as much love to everything as you can, Amy and Luke, particularly to yourself. All right, I want to dive into a meditation now. My apologies to everyone that I didn't get to your questions. Feel free to bring your questions back next week as well. And let's see, what do we got coming up? An amazing show with Sarah Landon tomorrow night. How does it get any better than this? She channels The Council, and tomorrow night is going to be a channeling on, why you're on this earth school, what's your destiny, how to discover your destiny, how to discover your purpose, why you're truly here. How does it get any better than this? It's amazing channeling and teaching from Sarah Landon tomorrow night. You're definitely going to want to check that out. Next Tuesday, Matt Kahn. Woohoo! Oh, goody. Was that an interview? And then, of course, we've got our School of Mystics Wednesday. Come join us for that. And automatic writing with Mike Dooley. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? And Aya is going to put up the link there for our upcoming event with Mike Dooley for next week. Very, very cool stuff. And I believe I'll have a special with Mike Dooley this Thursday evening as well. Odds of that happening, close to 100%. So there'll be a special with Mike Dooley on Thursday evening. How does it get any better than this? All right, what are we going to do for meditation? I'm looking at Rue. He likes to join me for meditations. He's busy preening. I know what we're going to do. Oh, I know what we're going to do. All right. Actually, join me and do that. And forget about the nose this time. Take it in through the mouth. Let's do this a couple more times. Nice, deep in through the mouth. Fill that belly. Last time. Move your head all about. We're basically shaking out all tension, getting extra light, getting extra relaxed. I love this term from Eglin, getting extra squidgy or soft right now. I love that word, squidgy. You can feel yourself being squidgy in the chair. You can feel yourself being squidgy with your feet on the floor. You're getting super squidgy, calm, jelly-like, and relaxed. Now from here, let's have you take a deep breath with your nose, through your nose, down to the belly, and out again. In and out. In and out. In and out. So we keep breathing in and out. We're going to make a nice giant circle, meditation circle together of everyone watching this meditation, past, future, and present. We're going to hold hands with the person to our right. We're going to hold hands with the person to our left. We breathe in together and out together. In together and out. In and out. As we keep breathing in and out together, I want you to imagine that everybody here is here for one reason and one reason only. And that's to help you. They're here supporting you. They're here loving you. They brought in their guardian angels. They brought in all the other angels. and they are all here to support you on your journey. You see before you at the center of the circle the most comfortable, what appears to be a yoga mat. It's actually a crystal bed. How does it get any better than this? A beautiful, healing crystal bed. I want you to go walk out to the center of the circle. Don't worry, you're loved, you're supported. And I want you to lay down on this crystal bed. There's a warmth to it, a love to it, a light to it. In fact, a practitioner, really an angel, comes by, lights some incense, lights some candles, puts on the most amazing angelic music you have ever heard. You melt into this bed. Maybe it's a bed of quartz, or even better, a bed of amethyst, or a bed of whatever crystal resonates most with you and your body, tourmaline or otherwise. As you lay on this bed, supported by everyone and everything around you, I want you to do some deep listening. First off, take a feeling sense of your body. Are there any pains, any discomfort, anything at all that seems like it doesn't belong? For years, I used to get back pain in these chairs till I did this very thing. What I'd like you to do now, ask. Pain, discomfort, stuck energy? Why are you here? How are you here to serve me? And listen, deep, listen to the deep wisdom of your body. Now, if time were no object, you could listen and listen almost all night long until you're ready. And then say, would you mind if I help release this discomfort? Release this pain. Release this stuck energy. And then I'd like you to focus pure white love and light on wherever that pain is. It's like a laser beam of love and light from Source itself, helping to release that pain and discomfort. Now, if there's more pain and discomfort, I want you to replay this and come back to this very moment as well and ask your body again, where does this come from? How does this serve me? And would you mind if we let it go? But now we're going to take this meditation to one more deeper level. I know there's a question on your mind. I know there's a pressing concern. I know there's something you just don't have the answer to. And I would like you to put that in terms of a question and ask that of your body as you're laying on this beautiful crystal bed, surrounded by everyone's love and support. Ask your body, do I fill in the blank? Where do I fill in the blank? What can you tell me about? Fill in the blank. Whatever question is pressing on you, ask your body and then listen for that feeling state. Do I do? And listen. And lastly, while we're in this beautiful sacred space, ask one final question. What's the one answer or the one thing out of this question or situation that would make me feel better? And listen. You've got this. You can do this. Your body is happy to share this divine wisdom with you for your highest good, for the highest good of all, or something even better. Last note, I challenge you to come back to this meditation and ask your body crazy questions, unreasonable questions, almost insane questions. Time's not real. Everyone will still be here supporting you. All of your angels, all of your guides, all of your loved ones, everyone watching this video, past, future, and present, will be here by your side when you ask the most incredulous questions of the world. And then listen for the feeling state and divine deep wisdom coming out of your body. It will never steer you wrong. But boy, does it have something to say. When you're ready, feel free to lay on this amethyst or crystalline bed for as long as you'd like, or come back and join us. Truly, how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? So I love you guys so, 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 so much. I want to wish you the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful evening ahead. You guys rock. You guys have got this. And I want you diving deep. I'm so excited for you. Diving deep into the divine wisdom and this deep listening with everything you've got. We've got so much goodness coming up. Tomorrow night goodness, School of Mystics goodness, Thursday goodness, automatic writing adventure with Mike Dooley goodness. Of course, we'll have another one of these on Monday night. How does it get any better than this? I love you guys so, so much. It sounds like to me, baby Hannah and Jessica are asleep. Here's the rule, and I'm sure you know it if you've got kids. If the baby sleeps, you need to get to sleep. So, love you, Mary. So I'm going to go right now and see if there is a window for me to catch a little bit of sleep, because the majority of the evening will be warming milk or holding, holding baby, holding milk, burping baby, rocking baby, milking baby, warming milk, and just occasionally getting a little bit of shut eye. So I love you guys so, so much. I will see you very, very shortly for everything. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Love you guys so, so much. Thank you, Aya. Thank you, Aya. Thank you, Aya. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. And thank you, you. Love you guys.